up, Annie? How you doing? Shout out to Annie being the first one in the room. What's up? What's up? She talks too much. What's up, Tina? What's up, Robin? Y'all come on in. I'm just gonna be really brief. I gotta walk the dog today. So what's up, Haitian Princess? Love you to pieces, girl. Hope everything is going well. What's up, Dust Girl? Well, hey, um, what's up, Bella Garcia? Love you, Jailbird. What's up? So anyway, y'all, let me first start off by saying hello to everybody. I hope y'all had a great day. Um, I heard, what's up, Hershey? I heard that Rico made it to that court date, and I heard that charges may be dropped. It may be a possibility. Don't answer that dog back. I don't think you're gonna get that dog back. I'm just saying, and just thank God that you ain't in jail. Just thank God you ain't in jail, and just give God some glory. Okay, you might have to go to New Jersey to get a dog, but yeah. So I'm just saying. So just thank God. So we'll see. We will see. Now, it has come to my attention, and I don't know if it's true or not. So hopefully it's not true. Hopefully it's not true. Hey, rum raising the sugar plum. Hopefully it's not true. But let me start off by saying this. Event. Let me repeat that again. I am not trying to sabotage Nessa's event. I want to make sure that Brian doesn't get in a fight or put himself in a situation. I'm a little crunchy, baby. Hold on. Let me get off of crunching. Give me a minute. Am I still sounding crunchy? Am I still sounding crunchy? Am I still sounding crunchy? Can y'all confirm? Is it sounding a little bit better? I'm still sounding crunchy? Okay, oh my God. All right for the crunchiness. Hold on. Let me see what I can do for y'all. Am I sounding crunchy now? Am I sounding crunchy? Am I sounding crunchy? But can you hear me? Am I still sounding crunchy? All right. But let me go ahead and say what I need to say. Okay. You good now? Okay, good. So I'm trying to make sure that Brian has some sense of emotional intelligence and don't go fight. I'm telling people, be aware of your surroundings and who you're with. That's all I'm saying. Now, did I tell anybody not to go to Nesation? Did I tell people don't go? I want people to go. I think it's going to be very entertaining, and I'm going to be here for it. I'm going to be here for it. But nobody's trying to sabotage anything. But I heard somebody made some threats against me. Now, all I'm going to say is, again, the law is for the lawless. Don't lose your executive job over some stupid YouTube stuff.
if that's true. Now, if it's not true, shame on the people telling a lie. But if it is true, yeah. Um, Girl, I ain't tell nobody not to go to the show. Are we bringing Sean Bradley stuff up? You know, if I didn't have a right mind, I would think that Sean Bradley is masterminding a whole lot of this stuff. If I didn't have my right mind, I would think he was funding this and doing a whole lot of stuff. If I didn't have my right mind, it sounds very Bradley-esque. It just does. And I'm gonna ponder that. I'm gonna keep that to myself. But I'm not going over that again. And the answer is no. I didn't tell nobody not to go to the show. I encourage people to go to the show. I just said be careful. That's what I said. So I don't think that's telling people not to go. But I just think it's really weird. But baby, stop making threats now. Because again, it don't work well. It don't work out well. Just go ahead and do your nestation. Now, Nest, do you want people to fight at Nestation? Do you want strife at Nestation? Because I think I'm diffusing things. I think I'm telling people don't go there to fight. Don't let people hype you up. But Nest, I think it's very odd that you just disclosing all the people who are going to Nestation, especially people who may not like each other. It seems like you're trying to trigger something. Is this how you get people to want to see Nestation by hyping it up with this kind of rhetoric already? I'm just asking. So it is what it is. But by all means, I'm not telling people not to go to Nescation. Now, somebody asked me, would I go? I said, hell no, I ain't invited and I wouldn't go if I was. And so it's all good. But I hope y'all have a good time. But when I hear people say, if you touch me, and it seems like it's already ratcheted, it's already up here. And all I'm trying to do is just bring it down here and say, go and enjoy yourself. And like Brian said, when he mentioned Sean Bradley coming on the ship, I'm like, yeah, I just enjoyed myself. He didn't stop anything. And he answered his own question. So all I'm saying is enjoy yourself without getting into that rhetoric. And I don't think that's telling people not to go to Nestation. I think it's telling people to stay out of jail. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. I wasn't speaking to Fire Babe. Again, I don't have time for the lies. But no, the person who called me was Nicole Tyler because she called me and she told me she wasn't going and why she wasn't going. But I don't care about that. That shit is over with. Who gives a damn? I didn't call nobody to tell nobody to go anywhere. Who gives a damn? I told Rebel, go. I said, by all means, Rebel, go. I said, it's, just be careful. And I always tell people to be careful. Tell people to go. I ain't trying to hold people back, but it's so funny. It's so funny. Can I say something to you all? These people are just like Donald Trump. They are so Trump-esque. So people was calling King Jives, telling him not to come to the Labor Day event. Oh, they was trying to tell people not to come to the cruise. Didn't we have people even to sign up to bother me on the cruise? Y'all remember that? Did y'all remember that? But what did I do? I persevered. You didn't stop. But I know people have actually tried to sabotage my event. I ain't never tell nobody not to go to something. But I just think it's funny when you mention to people to be careful, all of a sudden people want to cry. But yet people were doing just everything in their possibility to have people not come to my event, and the event still went off without a hitch. So if you got what you got going on, and if you all of that, then nothing I can say, which I'm not saying, will stop anybody from going. Jay, did you see Diva T's wall? If not, you must see. Hold on, let me go over there. Annie, it did. Diva, thank you for sharing me, baby. Thank you for sharing me out today, Diva. I see that as well. Thank you for sharing me out, Diva. But all I'm saying is I think it's really funny that you all can dish out a lot of stuff. And then when somebody just tell people to be careful, which I'm telling you at any event, y'all get all out of sorts. And I think it's really crazy. But Ness, I think you really need to chill out with that threatening. I don't know if you're spazzing out. I don't know if you are on an alcoholic rant. I don't know what's going on with you. But again, nobody has told anybody not to go to Nescation. I'm looking forward to the happenings at Nescation. But if I tell somebody to use your wisdom and don't go in there fighting and don't go in there anticipating mess, then I think I'm doing you a favor, sis. Unless you like chaos and confusion, unless you want people to fight. Is that what you want? I mean, if that's what you want, please be honest with people. I mean, you did tell the people you were fake. You did tell the people that you don't care and you do things like that. But again, if that's what you want, then I guess I am sabotaging chaos, confusion, strife, and mess. But maybe that's what you want. I guess that's what you want. So again, I heard somebody was threatening me. And I just want to make sure that I'm hearing right. The shutdown will take place at 12 o'clock. What did Brian say about that lady? Lord Brian done said something about somebody? Okay. But anyway, so Nest, you go ahead and have your Nestation. And you should be fine. But don't ever say that I'm trying to sabotage anything that you got going on. And I mean, you are a content creator. And I think you need to be concerned about the people who are in your camp. I think you need to be concerned with the moles and the people who are trying to get you. Because there are a lot of people who you think are in your camp, baby, and they're going to do a number on you. I am the last person who you need to be worried about. And my thing is, I'm doing you a favor. I am telling people who are already on 10 to bring it down. So I don't think that's sabotaging your event. But I hope you have a good event. And I hope that it is an awesome gala, a cornucopia of beef sector royalty. That's what I hope. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. And I was telling Brian this morning, you really need to think, and you need to think hard. Don't go in there with that mindset. I'm telling him, hey, people are dropping nuggets for a reason. And it's always an agenda. It is always a slant. And if you don't know the B sector by now, you will never, never know her. So anyway, but I'm not what's up, Sassy? I'm not alarmed by that threat. I'm not alarmed by all of that, if that's the case. What's up, Sparkles? So anyway, I hope y'all have a great time. Nobody is sabotaging your event. You want drama. And it's great. Drama sells. Drama drums up people to have eyes on your event. And I'm very happy to oblige you. I'm very happy to oblige you, Ness. But all of this extra drama and people trying to your not show up. I had two people to come to do damage to the cruise, but we did very well. So, I mean, you're more talented than I, so I'm sure you'll be able to handle anything that's thrown at you. But again, I am really not that vested in your program, your shindig, to really feel anything about that. I mean, yeah, I'm here for the entertainment myself. So that's what I'm here for, is the entertainment. So we good. So that's what I got to say about that, y'all. I mean, I'm really not upset. I think it's laughable, but this is what people have resorted to. But it's and you know, like I said, people are gonna be looking at Nesation, and I'm glad they are. No, these streets aren't wild. These streets these streets, uh, these streets that these people doing the same thing. They don't want people to talk about their event, and they want that publicity because they like attention. And we don't know. There's always a sacrificial link. Always somebody gonna get picked on. You gonna see. Didn't we call it in Vegas? Exactly. Vegas. So you are predictable. That's all. You are predictable. Predictable. Face it. You're predictable. That's leaving the call. All right, you all. I'll get the sound together. Okay, I'm getting ready to do what Brian does. I'm getting ready to take my nasty piece of walk in the neighborhood. Okay, so I'm gonna get my one pair of shorts and my one shirt with my tennis shoes, and we're going to walk. So that's what we're getting ready to do. So, yeah. I didn't hear it, but I'm just saying, Brian, I'm like, you know, if it's not true, shame on that person. But if it is true, um, yeah, just have your event. That's all I'm saying. Who heard the threat? Somebody told me there was a threat. They said they threatened me, baby. They said they can touch me off of YouTube and touch me on YouTube. So is that what was said? Because I heard my name came up. So is it true or not? And I mean, I'm just saying, whether it's true or not, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about it at all. Nobody ain't shaking over here. Your government shutdown is coming at 12. Oh, Joe, I don't care if somebody threatened me or not. I'm very capable of doing what I need to do. But this bitch got what he needs. So, okay? So, bitch, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody moved and ain't nobody pressed, bitch. And it's laughable that someone would even think they could, bitch. Oh, I love these trolls. Do better. And start putting some money on here. I hate y'all cheap ass trolls. This is the difference between old beef sector and new beef sector. At least the trolls wanted you to see their shit and they would put it out there. I am tired of these cheap trolls. Oh my God, could y'all do better, hoes? Okay, put some coin on that. Oh, come up here. Put some coin on there. Oh, she's pretty upset. Well, join the club, Ness. I mean, yeah, you remember people were trying to sabotage all of my events, but it worked out well, and you're a strong woman. So I know it's going to work out well for you. But the sad part about it is I'm not trying to sabotage your event. I'm not the one who's advocating people to go fight and slap each other. I'm not advocating that foolishness. Unless you like that kind of stuff, Ness. So again, yeah, but I don't care. Have your event. Didn't I have two people to show up to mine? And I wouldn't bother. We had the event. Okay. And nobody didn't slap me on the shit. I tell you what, they said I was hiding out in that library, but not a bitch walked in the library. How about that? Okay, if you weren't part of the ride or lives, you stayed your ass right out of that library. Okay? See, they try to act like that library. Ooh, he was hiding out in the library. Bitch, if you knew who I was, then all you had to do was show up. But not a bad bitch came up there. You see how that go? Mm-hmm. The doors of the church was open. The doors of the library was open. There was no lock on that damn library. It was right in the center. So if you knew I was there, all you had to do was show up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So all I can say is I hope Nescation is great. I hope Nescation is great. I hope it's wonderful. But baby, I'm not trying to sabotage. I did not tell Brian one time not to not get his ticket. I'm trying to make sure Brian goes. I'm trying to make sure that Brian did I not tell Brian now, look, we want you to go. I don't think that's sabotaging. Not one time did I tell Honest Rowe not to get his ticket. I didn't say that. Y'all didn't hear me one time say that, did you? You didn't hear me one time say that. Did anybody hear me say or tell anybody not to go? Not one friggin' time. Not one time. So I'm trying to figure out what this sabotage and telling people not to come. No, we didn't tell people that. Okay, I just want to make sure because people act like somebody is really trying to sabotage their stuff. Girl, we don't know what hotel y'all staying in. We don't know what hotel y'all staying in. We don't know where you having your events. We don't know the restaurants that you're going into. Now, I guarantee you somebody's going to try to find that out. But we don't know. We don't know this. But I do know people are paying for folk to get on flights and stuff so they can go fight. I do know people. Let me tell you something, Ness. You better be concerned about people in your circle. That's who you need to be concerned about. Because I truly believe that people in your circle are feeding information to the people outside. And I think that that's going to be what you need to really worry about. I heard the library was next to the security station. Okay, go look at the ship. I don't have to do that. I mean, that's funny. Y'all hoes didn't even go on the ship. Melissa, you was on the ship. Haitian Princess, you were on the ship. Was there a security station next to the library? Let me tell you what was next to the library, baby. Hold on, Sparkles, I ain't done yet. Hold on. Let me tell you what was next to the library. A shop where you can go shopping. So, yeah, bitch, I'm my own security. I don't need no security. Bitch, I'm my own security. And I tell you what, I was on that ship and not a whole step to me. Do you hear me? Not a whole step to me. Don't be fooled. Not a whole step to me. A photo booth in the shop. You right, Melissa? And not a whole step to me. When I was in the club, not a whole step to me. When I was in that casino, not a whole step to me. At the buffet, not a whole step to me. Again, say what you want. Say what you want. When I went to Atlanta, not a whole step to me. They stood behind that sink, but baby, they didn't stand in my face. They stood behind that sink, but they didn't stand in my face. Not a whole step to me. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't have to sit here and, baby, I laugh at that shit. So again, not one nary hoette, okay, for female and trans hoe step to me. Period. Get into it. Now, nobody ain't trying to sabotage this thing, but I'm gonna tell you what, it's not the people who you need to be concerned on the outside, it's the people on the inside who you need to be concerned about. Baby, it's the people on the inside that you need to be concerned about. It's not these outside folk that you need to be concerned about. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Okay, let me go ahead and drop this link. I just heard somebody was threatening me, and it's all good. I mean, I'm not concerned about it. I hope everything works out for you, but no, nobody is sabotaging Nesation. You are basking in this publicity because you are attention whore, and you are basking in this. And I want Nesation to go forth in the power of trips. And I want Nesation to be much better than Vegas. Okay? I really want it to be much better than Vegas. Baby,
Jay,
I want
who
y'all
threatening
to.
you?
Baby, they say Ness was threatening me. I'm not sure if she was or not. I'm just saying that if she isn't, shame on the people who spreading the rumor. But if she is, the law's for the lawless, boo. And it is what it is. But I was telling her she need to be more concerned with the people on the inside. Because Vivian, didn't we have moles, baby? We have moles all
We
around.
had
And
lots of moles. And
oh
Melissa
my God,
Scott,
we
you
had
are right. Our meet and greet was off the chain.
off the chain. Baby, we had a good
Dancing on
time.
the sidewalk, cars pulled up on the sidewalk,
All
booty
right.
shaking, drink on
Yeah,
top of the
baby.
drink.
Drinks are
And
flowing,
then,
food are all out there. Baby, we had a good time. And the thing is, we weren't worried about what other people was thinking. We was just doing what we was doing.
having a good time. Shout out to the round of motherfucking lives, baby.
What's up,
Yes.
Listen,
Sparkle?
That,
even
what's up?
and
Yes.
Melissa will attest to this. Even the people on the balconies in the next buildings was like, "What's up? How y'all doing? That's how you party. Everybody having a good time. Wasn't nobody tripping.
Not at all.
And we had moles. And the
And
moles
we
was
had
partying.
moles.
The
Wait a
moles was
minute,
partying
wait a
like
minute,
it was
Vivian.
1999.
Remember when King Giles said people were calling him, telling him not to come? Oh my God. They were
King
actually
James said,
calling him.
King James said, "Oh, I enjoyed myself. I had a good time." He even invited his people over there to party with us. And you right, Haitian, the elevators was in front of the library. The casino was near the library, and the jewelry store was near the library. Y'all only know that
Let me
because
say this. If
I
a
had
hoe
to make
wanted
you
to get
stop.
to me, all they had to do was come into the library. It's so funny that I was hauled up in the library, but them bold hoes didn't go in. See, this is why I laugh at y'all. Because if a hoe wanted to slap me, if a hoe
Drunk
wanted to do
auntie on the
something,
ship. You right.
baby,
Hey Haitian.
they had plenty of time, plenty of space
Hey
and opportunity.
Haitian.
So
Hey
anyway, I heard
Nuvi.
SV was looking
Hey
at
bro.
somebody. Hershey child, yeah, he was looking at somebody, man. It was so pitiful. It was pitiful. But anyway, I ain't going into that because that man ain't here, and I'm gonna leave him out of it because he ain't even in the sector, at least visibly. But I wish Ness the
I will
best.
I
I
will
hope
say
they have
this.
a really good time at Nestation. And again, we don't know what you have in your events, Nest. We don't know where y'all going and what y'all planning. I mean, because we don't know. But it's funny that a lot of people seem to
And
know a lot of
nobody really
stuff.
cares.
Well, I want to see the drama because I think it's going to be good with all of these people going. But I'm trying to scale this down because Brian was on here belligerent, honey. He was talking about somebody better not slap him, and I'm like, and then he was saying that somebody said this, and it was all hearsay, and we just trying to cool the tone down. It was a little hot, and
But
I
why
don't know,
go
Brian.
somewhere expecting to fight?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I'm telling him, man, don't you go over there doing that. And so, and then why would you invite Lemon knowing that that's what he wants to do? So it says more about you. Maybe you sabotaging your event. Maybe you setting your event up. Maybe that's it, y'all. Maybe she don't want me to have these people to be cool. Maybe she want the people to be riled up and ready to fight and go on with. Maybe that's what she wants. Maybe I am sabotaging it because I'm trying to tell people go in with cooler heads and use emotional intelligence. Maybe that's the case.
And Melissa's telling the truth, Hershey. We did. And we did have moles, and they party like it was
Baby,
1999.
let me tell you
They
something. The
party
moles
like
told
rock
us,
stars.
child, the moles
And
told
not
us that
only
they was the
did they,
moles.
exactly, and not
The
only did
moles
they
told us
party
they
like,
was the moles.
and the funny part is the funniest part of the whole situation is, all right, so we had moles, and no, it wasn't Tracy. And then the people that came to sabotage the trip had more fun with us than they did with each other. That's
Mm-hmm.
the funny
And
part. They
let me
had
tell
more
y'all
fun with
something.
us
It was
than they
show
did
some
with each
tea.
other.
Y'all, let me tell you, it was show some tea, but we ain't say not a word, did we, Vivian? Mm-mm. We knew some things, but we
And
didn't
we
say a
ain't gonna
word.
say it because
Mm-mm.
that ain't our thing. That ain't how we roll.
That's it. And Vivian, can I ask you a question, Vivian?
Yes.
Did we expose the people who were coming to our events?
For what? Why would we do that?
Okay. Then. I'm just
We've
wondering.
never, I mean, seriously, we've never exposed
Did we
anybody going
did
on
we
our
let
trip.
people know that Chocolate Bay was going to be coming from Labor Day?
Mm-mm.
Only thing I think we said was that King Giles was coming. And then of course the people tried to sabotage that. But we never told the people who were coming. We never did we?
No, and you know what, FridgeNet? I will be honest. I did not smell her. She wasn't stinky. I would never say that a person was stinking. And even if they were, I wouldn't tell you. I would tell them, hey, babe, I think you might need to go freshen up a little bit. That ain't how you roll. That's not how I roll anyway. But no, she didn't stink. And she was very close to me.
No, see, this is the thing, you all. We don't lie on Mad Day. Because now somebody said my breath was stank and all that. No, boo. And again, it's so funny with that. Because you know what she was doing, y'all? Oh, Jay, I love your car. Your car's so nice, Jay. Oh, I love your car. That's what she was doing. But was she stank? No. Did Noble smell like an ashtray? Yeah. Because he smoked. Okay. Did
And
Noble
again, I
look
don't,
fragile? Yes, he sure did. But let me say this, y'all. I'm not gonna lie on Tracy, even though people may not extend that courtesy to me. But no, Tracy was not smelly. Tracy was hygienic. She was dressed nicely, and that's it. Now, when we went on the cruise ship, she was on the cruise ship. She was doing her thing, and no, I didn't smell her. And we're not gonna sit here and lie. I'm not. I don't
I'm
have
not
to lie about
okay.
that kind
All
of
right.
stuff.
So you guys, seriously, I was in close proximity with her. I'm not gonna lie on her. I wouldn't lie on her. She didn't stink. I didn't smell her. It wasn't like ew. But honestly, nobody was stinking in our proximity. Well, in
No.
my proximity,
Mm-mm.
nobody was stinking in my proximity. But had they been, I've been like,
Now,
sis, you might want to go freshen that up, or bruh, I think you might want to go handle that.
but it was some skimpy bikinis. I ain't gonna lie about that. It was some very skimpy bikinis out there. But that
It
don't mean that
was,
somebody was
it was,
strange.
it was skimpy bikinis and skimpy swimsuits, but we had some fly people with us. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, Miss Ebony, listen, we had some fly people with us. When I tell y'all some fly people, we had some fly people with us. Now they was dressing. They was
Oh,
dressed.
look
Hey,
who's here. Look
They
who
boo.
was
shows up.
fresh.
We got Queen
That
You better
Tulsa
fresh
start
here.
using
dressed
your
like a
banner.
$1,000,000.
Hold on for a minute, y'all.
You better start using your banner, honey. You got yo.
Hold
Is
on for a
someone
minute.
threatening?
Hold on, Tulsa. I can't hear you. Go ahead now. I can hear you now.
Who
Yes,
threatening you?
it was them folks was fresh dressed. And y'all, Miss Ebony is so pretty. Melissa,
Who's threatening
Melissa,
him?
Melissa, wasn't no arch cheeks out, was that?
Is somebody threatening you?
Well, let me say this, Tulsa. Somebody informed me that Ness threatened me, but I didn't hear it. And I'm just saying today, if it's true, then that's sad. But if it's not true, shame on the person who was spreading such rumors. But no one has denied it. But it is what it is. They said she was spazzing out and mad because she said I'm trying to sabotage her event. And I don't think I ever told anybody not to go to her event. I'm like,
Jay.
I'm
Okay,
excited
so
about it.
Jay, as you know, that's a numbers play.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call a spade a spade. That's
Mm-hmm.
a numbers play. That is to draw more attention to her channel and to her event, if that is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's happening. So let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah,
They
I have
know
to
you not
disagree. Who
they
wants
know
to
you
go on a
not
trip where
threatening
you getting
anything.
exposed?
They know you not threatening anything. They know you haven't threatened her or anybody on that trip.
Mm-mm.
She
Mm-mm.
knows that you haven't tried to sabotage a trip. That because that is the running narrative. That's what people do.
I don't even know
Okay,
where they're.
so it's
I don't
getting
even know where
close
they're
to
gonna
my
meet.
trip.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we're gonna say
well,
that
I'll
this
get you
person
later,
is doing it.
Jay. Vivian got it. She know it all.
Well, she does. Anyway, go ahead. Ain't that something? You see how Tesla trying to come up in here and now because she. I mean, but you were speaking, Vivian. It's rude. I mean, usually Tesla is quiet until it's her turn, and now she's mad. That's interesting. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna
Well,
leave
the
it at
thing
that.
was, you know what? I usually will, when people come up and they say, and they start talking and they start talking
Mm-hmm.
over me, I'll just, not say anything. But,
Mm-hmm.
tonight I'm not feeling that way.
Me either.
Today I'm not feeling that way.
Me either. So I'm
I'm not
feeling.
feeling that way. I'm going to finish my thought and finish saying what I was saying. So
Mhm.
again, that is the way it runs around here. People
Yeah.
decide that they're gonna, and that's the way it is. These folks on here, and what I'm talking about, the folks I'm talking about in reference to Ness, if they're saying that you are in the process of sabotaging a trip, you're not, because that's what they do. They wait till they get close to their trip, and then that's the narrative that they bring. They're bringing that
Right.
narrative so that they can
Mm-hmm.
bring more people and eyes to their channel, to their trip,
Mm-hmm.
event, or whatever. Now, I do pray
Yes.
that her trip goes off without a hitch, and I
Mm-hmm.
hope that
Let
they
me say
don't have
something
any
too.
drama.
Yeah, let me say something to Tulsa. I don't know, I'm gonna call it Lady Tesla. Tulsa. Tulsa. Vivian was talking, and you didn't have to drop down. But the little shade that you threw, that she knows everything. Well, she knows enough about these events because if I'm not mistaken, Vivian has always accompanied me when we have thrown these events. Vivian and I are business partners, business only, not friends, business partners. And so Vivian has been with me to the National Harbor. Vivian has been with me Labor Day. Vivian has been with me when we had to cancel Labor Day and Vegas. And Vivian has been with me on this cruise ship. So I think Vivian knows what she's done. How many meet and greets have you had, Tulsa? Sorry about that. I mean,
Vivian started out with you with the meet and greets.
that's right. So how many have you done? Because you act like Vivian is oblivious to what's going on. I mean, we were going to give you a chance to talk, but then you said, oh, because she knows everything. Oh, that was a little shade, Tulsa. And I mean, that's a little catty. I expect you to do a little bit better than that. So, no one told you to drop down. You know what I'm saying? No one ever told you to drop down, but Vivian wasn't finished talking. And my thing is, you're usually good at that. And the manners these days. So, Ebony, successful meet and greets. Guess what? We're going to have one when I get to Virginia because I'm going to see Ebony 757. I'm going to see Honest Row. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to see Lolo and Renner
When you
TV.
going to Virginia? When you going to Virginia? When you going to Virginia?
Well, I'm going to Virginia for my college homecoming, Vivian.
When?
So I'm going to be in
What's the date?
Virginia on 23rd,
Text me.
24th, 25th, and 26th.
Of October?
Guess who we play? We play South Carolina State. So you should come.
Nah. No. I don't, you got to remember, I did not go to South Carolina State.
But
I
you
went
lived
to
in the state of.
Fayetteville. I went to
Okay.
Fayetteville State
Okay.
University.
Well, obviously they're not in our.
Bronco Pride.
They're not in our district. Yes. Vivian went to the school where the train runs between the campus.
And
I've been on
so,
y'all campus. I love it. That's okay. But yeah, we play in South Carolina State. So
no,
yeah.
seriously, y'all, it's a pretty campus. It is a pretty campus. It's a nice campus. It's part of the UNC consortium.
Yes. But like I said, you all, so Vivian, if you want to come to Virginia, we gonna be in Virginia. So you might want to pop
I
in.
might have to ride up to Virginia and take my daddy. He'll think he going to DC. I'll stop in Virginia. He'll have a damn hit, a hemorrhage. But I don't know. I need to come up there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be in that area. But like I said, I just wanted to make it clear that no one is trying to sabotage Nessa's event. I think, like Vivian is saying, it's done for clicks and views. And my thing is, everybody is talking about Nesation. She needs to be worried about the people within her circle who's sharing information out of her circle. That's who she needs to be concerned about. Those are the people who are going to know where you all are staying and your plans for events. You need to keep a close watch on them, not me. I don't know where you're staying. I don't know your events and what you're planning. So that's my thing. And my thing too, if you watch what I said, I told Brian, you shouldn't be going there to fight and y'all need to bring it down. And that's what I've been saying. So unless you want them to fight, unless you want violence at your event. So yeah. And a lot of people think it's irresponsible of you to even invite Lemon, knowing that Lemon is very unstable in how he is. But we saw what happened in Las Vegas. So I don't think y'all gonna have too much of an issue. People might get wrestled and they might get sat on, but yeah. So I think y'all be okay.
Miss Ebony, I think I need to text you and find out a nice hotel in the area.
Maybe you might want to go to the beach side because everything is sold out downtown because Hampton, Norfolk State, and Old Dominion is having their homecoming. So you might want to go to the beach.
Baby, I just need a hotel to lay my head down.
That's what I'm
why I said
saying,
I'm
though.
gonna get with her.
The beach
I need to
has
get
the
with
open
her.
stuff. Okay. All right, get with her. But the beach.
And I might, and honestly, Jay, I might end up staying with my cousin, my little
Okay.
cousin, because my little cousin lives in the area. But I don't
Okay.
know yet. I'll see how this is gonna work out. I'm gonna call my little cousin and find out if I come that area, you know. But
Okay.
either way, because I just want to be near where we can you know, get together and do some stuff, you know.
Mhm.
You know how we roll.
Yeah, I'll do a little stuff, but this is me, Boo's time that we really hang out. But I do want to see Ebony and some people. And when I have that off time, we're gonna do what we need to do. And we'll have a good time for sure. But the homecoming events are gonna be phenomenal. So I'll be on campus for the most part, but
We gotta find some place where we can get together and sing a ying, 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 make some noise.
well, you know they're gonna have a lot of parties too. It's so many parties. It's so many parties. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these parties. I'm trying to figure out which one. Ebony is actually helping me with the parties to find out which ones are gonna be the good ones.
So wait a minute. So wait a minute. So wait a minute. Do I need to go back to my college days and put on my little short skirt
You
and
might need to do that.
my short skirt and my crop top and my high top tennis shoes and shake
You
my
might.
booty?
You might. I'm telling you,
Shake my
you might.
booty.
You might. So yeah. Pastor, please, if you could answer the question. What is the question, Diva? I'm sorry. What is the question? You see the question? Pastor, what's your thoughts on Krista being a model for Heidi's makeup line? I didn't know that, Diva. This is my first hearing of that. But you know, maybe she has makeup that her makeup is for all people. So
What people
yeah.
what okay, what people going to Vegas in February?
Who's going to Vegas?
I don't know. I'm asking FridgeNet.
No, I'm not going to Vegas. I'm not a Vegas fan, believe it or not. And Vegas is very expensive now. Um, yeah, yeah, Vegas is hurting right now. So I'm not going. Trust me, you all. I'm
Oh,
really not.
Lemon is going to Vegas
Let me say
and
this.
Lemon,
If
Alf.
I let me say,
Child, no,
I'm
ain't
really
nobody
not
going.
interested. I'm really not interested. I'm not interested in any of this stuff, and I'm not interested in seeing any of these people. So I'm not interested. I'm just being real, not interested. So I'm not going. If I'm not doing it, you know, or
And Vegas, honestly, you guys, that is not on our short list. We have a short list of places. Vegas is
Mhm,
definitely not on it.
yeah.
Our short list is on the East Coast, not on the West Coast. Wouldn't you say it's kind of East Coast?
Well, you know, I hope they have a good time. I'm really not interested in seeing or hanging out with those people because I wouldn't hang out with them in my regular normal life. So I'm not gonna hang out with them now. I'm good. I'm good. I have done my rounds of that. I have nothing to prove to the sector. I have been here. I have been there, done that, wrote the t-shirt, could wear the t-shirt, and I'm good. So that's my thoughts.
We good.
We real good. But I hope they have a good time, y'all.
Miss Ebony, can you give me a friend? I want a friend to go so we go double date.
Y'all hold on for a minute. I'm trying
Miss
to.
Miss Ebony, I want to go so we can go double date. All right, can you do that? Can you hook a sister up? I'm just asking. I like them kind of tall.
Okay, you all. Um,
Hey, Jay, you got
yeah,
Lyric with you?
yeah, there she is.
Hey, Lyric. Hey, girl, look at you. Where you going, boo boo? What you doing? You looking for the rabbit? You looking for
Yeah,
the rascally
that's,
rabbits?
that's what she's looking for.
She looking for them rascally rabbits. She's about to go and chase her.
He tries,
Jay,
so.
Jay, I
But
hope
look,
she'll be dragging you down the street like that.
no, she's a good 30 pounds, 35 pounds now. Um, But y'all, let me say this. It's all good. I hope these people really have a good time. I just don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want any violence or anybody fighting. And so my thing is, if I wanted to sabotage Nestation, I would be, you could really sabotage some stuff. And I could talk about, oh, they don't have a place where they stay. But I'm not even doing that. All I'm saying is be safe, be alert, um, and don't put nothing past anybody. I would tell anybody that. So y'all talking about the show. And Rebel had called me and I said, go ahead and do it. I said, if they're gonna pay for it, do it. Go and enjoy it, if nothing else. I said, just be careful. I said, just be careful though, because people will try to use stuff. And sure enough, they were trying to say Rebel and QB was trying to get together. But see, this is the kind of stuff that I tell people to look out for. And I wasn't wrong, but that's what they do. So it's all good. It's all good.
Did you see Chocolate Bay got some A's in his class? He doing well. I'm so proud of
I
him.
didn't know. The only thing I heard about Chocolate Bay was about Brian, and Brian had issues with Chocolate Bay. And I'm like, why have you met him? And so, I just think that they dropped that information to stir the water as well. Because I'm like, if you don't have no issue with the man,
Chocolate Bay posted on his and I'm just going on what I saw on his page. He posted his grades on his page because he back in school. He said he going for his doctorate.
mm-hmm.
And he posted his grades on his page. I think he got two. It was 2 A. He did get 2 A's. It wasn't. I think he got 2 A's.
Okay, that's awesome.
And, yeah.
And that's always good when people are furthering their education and trying to, improve and, invest in themselves. I'm not mad at that. But, you met Chocolate Bay, and Chocolate Bay is not a bad person. We met Chocolate Bay, and I think that DC trip was before ours, right? Was the DC trip before ours?
And I thought it was after ours.
Okay. Well, but we didn't have any issue, and Chocolate Bay was cool. He was a good guy, so no issue at all.
No, that is not. No, that is not a high school picture. As a matter of fact, I took that picture earlier this year. I took that picture earlier this year.
Okay, so Itsy Bitsy, do y'all think I was trying to stop people from going to show? Where are these people? Who are the people that I was trying to stop? I'm just trying to figure out who are the people that I was trying to stop. Because again, I wasn't even talking to Fabe. Me and Fabe weren't even in the point where we were speaking, so I wouldn't call her. So who are these people? Who are they? Tell me who they are. I want to know. Because if y'all can't mention the they and the people, then it's hearsay. I don't have time to be doing that.
I think she was. I think
no,
she
I
was
understand that. I understand that. But
listen.
I'm saying
she was repeating what you said. Because you said. Okay. She was repeating what you said.
Okay, I'm just
saying. Hey, Mademoiselle Pierre.
But I'm just saying, and I'm sorry about that. It's a busy, but it just irks me. I'm like, who are they? Catherine said Noble is not going at Freer. He wasn't invited. Okay.
Michelle's daughter. Hey, baby.
Brian was
hey,
throwing
Catherine.
salt on that man. Ebony, I felt the same way. I thought he was being a little shady as well. And yeah, I think he was, and that's why I was like, Yep, everybody's gonna be busy. I'm hoping,
y'all. Go ahead.
Let me see. I'm reading these comments, y'all.
You know what, Jay? And one thing I can say, I can't even say that anybody that has been on a trip with us where I could be like, you know what, that person really was ugly.
Everybody was nice.
Or they had a weird smell. Or everybody I've met. I mean, you can't really say that. It's not like I've not really met anybody. It's
Jay
like,
didn't even hear all Brian was saying. Yes, I did. Locked and Lovely. I heard what he was saying, and it was shady. it was shady. I had to mention stuff that Brown forgot he had said. I'm like, well, you just said the man was. And then the thing is, the question was, have you ever met him in person? And then he wanted to go through this whole song and dance. It was just a yes and no question. Yes, I met him. No, I didn't. I said, okay, so no, you didn't meet him. And so my thing is then why are you getting all worked up over somebody you haven't met and everything? And maybe you have a wrong perception of this person, but you've never met the person in person. So why even stir up all of that mess? And sometimes we stir up stuff and we get stuff started that shouldn't even be started because we haven't met the person. I can see if you meet the person at first and then they turn you off, but you haven't even met the person. You just going, and he said that it was a while back and that thing still stuck with him. And I'm like, oh, damn. So that's it. I heard him perfectly fine.
It's okay. You guys, I'm going to say this. People I've met on here that I would not mind meeting again. I've met Chocolate Bay. I spent extensive time with him. Chocolate Bay was a very respectable, nice looking, well-mannered, great conversationalist, beautiful personality. Rebel son, good guy, great personality, love his conversation. He's funnier than hell. Love him. Ebony 757. Slay, boo, slay. Okay. Haitian Princess and her husband. Love them. Melissa. I had fun with Melissa.
MB.
Y'all listen. MB goes without saying. MB goes without saying. We got some.
The Scots.
The Scots. We got some. I got something I'm planning with MB. VMW.
Rainy Bow.
Oh, Rainy Bow, that's my girl. Rainy Bow, that's my girl.
Then we had to make that, and then MB came back and we hung out in Florida.
Even Jess Andrea. She was cool too.
What was her friend? I liked her friend. She was
with
she
that
was
blue hair.
Yeah, I
with
love
that
her.
blue
We had a
hair.
good time. So
Miss
yeah,
Pat, y'all can't do nothing with Miss Pat.
oh
Y'all
yeah, Miss
can't
Pat,
touch
we had a
Miss
good
Pat.
time. Hold on,
Y'all can't
bro.
touch her.
Hold on. We have Tulsa here. So
Hey,
hey
no.
Tulsa.
So when I had came up earlier, I had just seen your title and it said, "Is someone threatening me?" I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" And so if y'all felt a certain type of way, I was just trying to figure out what the hell was going on because Lemon, I don't know if y'all know, Lemon had I guess they going to Vegas, but he's saying that he gonna go there and he gonna get busy. I don't know if y'all know in Vegas that man that went down there and told them folk, well, he didn't tell them, he just rolled up and deleted them. I take them threats serious. Ain't nothing funny about it. Ain't
Well,
nothing funny about it.
somebody informed me that somebody was spazzing out and they threatened me because they said I was trying to sabotage their event, which I'm like, no, I'm not.
Okay. Well, my
I'm just
biggest deal was the threat. I'm like, who doing that in 2025 when we just had somebody lose
well,
their damn life and people
are
meeting
doing it.
up. I don't take none of this shit lightly. All this shit is serious to
Mhm,
me. So if you made a threat, bitch, it's
mhm,
serious. It is serious.
mhm,
I don't care if it's for content. No, if you threatening my life, bitch, I'm putting papers on you.
mhm.
I'm
Well,
putting papers on you.
like I said, I don't watch the person.
Vivian, and I didn't mean to offend you, sis. It was just, girl, I was triggered. I'm like, who the hell
Mhm,
do we gotta, motherfuckers out here putting up GoFundMe's because they can't bury themselves, but they be on motherfucking YouTube 24/7.
mhm.
Y'all need to get y'all some life insurance if y'all out here playing these damn type of dangerous games. I ain't with it.
Well, somebody informed me, and I said, if it's true, then I believe doing the prosecution to the full extent of the law. I don't play with that. I don't know you. And again, we keep it that way. And if it's not, shame on the person who was spreading the lies. But
Yeah, that ain't nothing to
somebody
play
was
with though.
somebody was telling me though that person was spazzing out because I was telling Brian to use cooler heads and don't let people get you riled up, because some people want you to act a fool when you go to these events, and you need to be very alert and wise and be up to what people are doing. That's all I said. Not one time did I tell him not to go. He has his
Well, the
ticket.
other thing, Jay, can I explain also when this is to anybody that's planning an event. One thing about the Rider Lives, when we do an event, a Jay Wilson event, the first thing we do is we take security very seriously.
We
We
always have
don't
a security
play
guard.
when it comes to security. We take
Mm-mm.
people's security and
Mhm.
their protection, uh and we really that's one of the things that we take in it to mind, keep in mind, and we take it seriously.
Mhm.
We
That's why I
don't
was
play
so
when it
upset with
comes to
Can I
security.
ask
MU.
why, or maybe I'll put in, you take it seriously because if anybody gets hurt on that trip, it's gonna fall back on you. I don't care if you didn't pay for nobody's stuff, but this is your event. This has got your name written all over it. And this is my thing. If you knew that things didn't work out between you and some guests that went on that last Las Vegas trip, then they shouldn't even made the invitation list. It shouldn't even been a damn option or even a thought to even invite them people. You get what I'm saying? So when we talk about, look at the sponsor. Why don't y'all have any fucking sponsors? Because y'all was on that fuck shit. Y'all had sponsors the first time. Y'all didn't give us exactly what y'all told us that y'all was going to give us. Y'all told us that y'all were going to be on a party bus by yourself. Y'all said y'all was going to have security. Y'all was going to be going live, this, that, and the third. The only thing we seen y'all doing was turning on each other, recording each other, acting like fucking peeping toms, and acting like you ain't had no sex in a while. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Haitian Princess is very correct. This sector always does this before any meetup. Nothing
Mhm.
ever happens.
Well,
But
my thing is this.
we
My,
still take the threat seriously. Now
yeah.
I don't know about anybody else's trip, but with us, when we do an event, we take it seriously.
Mhm.
Absolutely, and you should.
And that's why I was so upset with the MU situation, because I'm like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell security? And she had a feeling, but she said she didn't quite know. Had I known, we would have gotten with security, because we had let Carnival know ahead of time,
But let me ask
what
you
was
this,
going
Pastor.
on. Hmm.
Are you letting people sit up here and fight and wrestle and do all that and record? And I mean, it's supposed to be a trip. If that's what your trips include, that seemed like some freaky shit. Seemed
Well,
like
like I
they
said,
want to
I
get a
don't know what.
porno started.
Well, I don't know what she has planned, because I don't know the itinerary. So maybe it's going to be something different. I don't know. I just didn't encourage people to fight. Brian came up, he was amped up. I'm like, look, don't go over there doing that. It seemed like you're looking for
Oh
something.
no. Pastor,
Don't
did you
do
see how
that.
they doing roll?
How are they doing, Ro?
Okay, so Shakim was supposed to have been getting married to Ro, but you
Hmm.
know how Ro is. People feel
Hmm.
like he's slow, but Ro is smart as hell. So Ro was just saying, he didn't feel comfortable with playing with marriage. And then
Yeah, because
Shakim, you said
he
my
told us on
breath.
the platform. He came on my platform and kind of explained why he wasn't going to do it. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so it's just like, why would you
Hold
want
on
to
for a minute. Hold
invite
on.
some
Give me a quick minute.
okay.
Misunderstood. I'm not blaming you. I just said that you didn't know. I said, though, had you told me and had we would have known this, I would have done something. And you're right. It should have never happened. So please listen to me. I didn't say and blame you for anything. I said that you didn't know until later on, but had you known, we would have done something about it. So no one is blaming you for anything. I'm just letting the people know that, see, but had you let me known that,
You Borgin, Jay.
we would have done about it.
You Borgin. Hold on. Walk a little bit more. Walk a little bit more.
I'm walking.
There
I'm
you go.
walking.
Now
But
you
anyway,
good. You no,
no, no,
you
no. I
good.
know. I'm walking in the neighborhood.
No, you gotta keep walking because your sound is messing
It is
up.
what it is. I'm in
Yeah,
the
in the freezer.
neighborhood,
Oh, bring
so
my no,
go
no,
ahead.
no, the whole charger.
That was it. It was just plugged into the.
The white thing.
Was there? I couldn't see the thing. I thought it
Yeah.
was just plugged into the thing.
Um, go ahead, say something now.
I'm listening. I mean,
Okay.
I'm just walking in the
No, okay.
neighborhood. It's
So
gonna
what I was
bore
gonna
because
say
I'm in
is
the neighborhood.
no, because you was chopping up. So you back. What I was gonna say, thank you, baby. What I was gonna say is no. How they were doing Roe, like trying to get him out there and make him the butt of the joke. Like, he's gonna be bringing a friend, and I'm just like, why would y'all try to embarrass him in front of a friend? But it's devilcation. They going for Halloween. Ain't nothing cute, ain't nothing funny about it. They are going out there and they're about to be wicked. Then you got Ness. She out here trying to threaten somebody. Miss Thing, you out here promoting damn psychedelics for individuals that you don't know. You don't know nobody's health history on this damn trip, and you trying to enforce them to try some shit. She looking at, she want to go to jail. She out there spazzing out, and it's giving, girl, it's giving fucking relapse. Girl, it's giving
Mhm.
relapse. I'm an addict. I know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. When you're an addict, you leave one addiction, then you pick up another one. Mine was shopping and gambling at one point in time. But you gotta find healthy coping skills. But she stays on the bottle. That is not good for her thinking. You get what I'm saying? She gets up and she just loses it. But go
Well, like I
ahead.
said, I don't know this lady's situation. I'm just not trying to sabotage her event. I'm just speaking wisdom to somebody who was pretty high stoked that if somebody touches him, he's going to do this and this. And I'm like, well, you're not even there yet. I mean, you don't know
She
what's
trying
getting
to
ready
stick the man
to
in the
happen.
dress.
Well, I'm talking about Brian now, but because you got a lot of dynamics. You got Brian,
You breaking
Lemon, you
up.
got
Give us
him.
about three, give us a 60 second and then come back because you still breaking up. Your phone going in and out.
He walking in the
Vivian, go ahead
neighborhood.
and take
Don't be
over because
doing that.
I'm in the neighborhood and it
Yeah,
does
he in the
this. So
neighborhood. It does that in his neighborhood. But I understand what you're saying and stuff. But the thing in reference to them, and I understand what Jay is saying in reference to, he's trying to give good wisdom to people. Hey, don't go out there fighting. You don't know where you don't know these people. You putting yourself in a situation. And my thing is this: why would you go anywhere with a attitude or idea of they better not fight with me? I'm ready to, throw hands. I'm ready to fight. Listen, we are in perilous times right now. People need to get in their minds that if they are going places where they gotta fight, they gotta carry their gun, they gotta do this and that and the other, they need to stay home. That ain't the best place for them. And if you are going on a trip, and I am going to say this to you, rider lives and rider wrongs. You know what I'm saying? For those folks that's here, listen, if you are going on a trip and you are going to one of these events, one of your first things you need to ask is, what is the security protocols going on? For those of you who don't want to be on camera and on film, you need to ask them, what is your protocol for keeping those off the camera that don't want to be on the camera?
correct.
Those are the questions that you need to ask.
That's
And then
correct.
two,
We made
Vivian,
sure of that.
I don't agree with everybody staying in the whole same hotel. Like I would get one at least like 5 or 10 minutes away if you don't want to be on camera. Because if you're gonna be in a hotel with them all that time, you're possibly gonna get caught on camera.
Hmm. Can you hear me? Y'all hear those dogs?
We
Yeah,
hear
we
you,
hear you.
and that is true. That is true. But it's up to you to decide that you don't want to stay in a hotel with them.
Yeah, but you got to think about it like this too. You know, these little group chats, and like y'all were saying earlier, you know, y'all got people in y'all group chats that's leaking stuff out, and from what Brian said that he was going to be going, so he can be messy. So you have to take into consideration
Mhm.
that you don't know these people. The only thing that you know about them is their YouTube persona. And
That's
baby, I'm
it.
gonna tell you like this: you don't really find out a person until you fucking sleep with them or be with them for a few days. Then you really get to see who they are because
That's
you're in
correct.
the
And
real time with them.
yeah,
But
and we
the
did
other
not.
thing is, there are things that you can put into place where you can they don't have to know the whole itinerary until they get there.
Yeah.
That's it.
But this is the thing, you got to respect people. And this is why I laugh at people, because we've done this numerous times and we've had good success because people know that we're not going to set up anybody. You don't hear mess coming from our events. You didn't hear all of this foolishness coming from our events because, again, we that was never our goal and plan to embarrass people. We were friendship, fellowship, and fun. That's what was going on. That's what we were going to do, and we did it, and we had a good time doing it, and that's it. And so you didn't hear, oh, they set us up, or they did this, or they, because we weren't doing that. That was not our
We
goal. That
grown
was not
ass
our
people,
plan.
we got shit to lose. And I just feel
Correct.
like when you have, I mean, we didn't been through that little phase in high school and all that. I think that this is just a mixture of people that didn't really have a chance to just really live life, and they do it online. And my baby, my oldest told me, it's not just kids on here, damn grown adults, because they didn't have these gadgets and things like that. So now it's run wild.
And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's one of the main ways I'm able to anybody that's gone on any of our trips, any of our events, they'll tell you. I've had people, Viv, what we gonna do? Viv, can you tell me in advance? Viv, what we gonna do? Viv, where we staying at? Viv, how you gonna handle this? Viv,
Well,
how you
Viv,
gonna
I'm
handle
gonna
that?
need you to book mine for
And
next year.
Viv will tell you. Viv will tell you. Mm, you'll find out. You'll find out. And that's the way I operate. And guess what? People that go with us, they understand. That's the way we operate. That's the way it's going to happen. And if you don't give me a good cell phone number, you just won't get the information. Sorry,
That
not
part.
sorry, because it's
That part.
part of the onboarding. If you don't give me a good email address and phone number, sorry, not sorry. You just left behind.
Mm-hmm.
You just left behind. And Melissa will tell you. Haitian Princess will tell you. Ebony 757, they'll tell you. I'm gonna let you know what we doing. I'm gonna tell you where everything's centrally located for certain
Mm-hmm.
things. Other things you just won't find out till you get there. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but not sorry.
But that's where it goes to security protocol. Okay, well, what is your security protocol? Well, we have events that will not be presented until the time being. We want to make sure we get our group together. Everybody's on one accord. We can run down the rules, the regulations, and this, that, and the third, and then we'll go from there. But just know that we want to protect you. And so I think that when that does happen, don't go outside of that protection, because you're going to have one fucking bad apple that wants to spoil it for the bunch. And you just won't be invited to the next trip. So either you can go and have a good time and be an adult, or you can be a kid. Point blank in the fucking period. Okay. No, but Vivian, I'm going to have to hit you up next year because I'm doing my meet and greet. And so it'll be
And,
here in
and
Tulsa.
okay, and I'm going, y'all listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. In all honesty, if I'm ever throwing a meet and greet, you're not gonna know where Jay Wilson room at. You might not even know where his hotel at.
Exactly.
Because I would never put him in that situation because he is considered the talent.
Hmm. You got to protect the talent. That's why I said, I got to get flown out, honey. If you want me to be the talent, you want to be the special guest. Because I was gonna pop up there, but it's given no. It's already y'all can't even act. Y'all can't even act. Y'all already fumbling the ball and fumbling the scripts. And no, I want to be with some people that's grown adults that know how to act like adults, that want to have a good time. And I'm gonna have a little session where we just listen to old school. Everybody listen to their type of music. We're gonna have a live DJ, we're gonna have food. Trust and believe it. Y'all gonna have a good time when y'all come to Tulsa. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like,
For those of you
uh-huh.
who we've had meet and greets where the talent has invited us to their houses, has been wonderful enough and gracious enough hosts and hostesses that they've invited us to their houses. But some of y'all will never get an invite to not to my house. Hell, some of y'all, if you show up in McCormick, South Carolina, you can find a 378 quick stop, but hell, that'll be the only thing you find there. If you come and find my house, it might be the last house you ever go to. I'm just saying.
How far are you from Spartanburg?
About an hour, hour and 30 minutes, hour and 15.
Okay,
Depending
those
upon
my
if I
little stumping grounds.
depending upon if I take the back roads.
Hmm. That and Anderson. I used to be in Greenville too.
Anderson is closer to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the places, but I'm actually closer to Augusta. I'll tell anybody.
Oh,
Listen, y'all. I'll tell y'all where I live at. Because if you make it, I live in McCormick, South Carolina. If you find in McCormick, somebody might even point you to my house. Now, if you make it to the grounds, you might not make it out.
listen, we are not suggesting that you
Don't
trample
come.
upon no trespassing, because the no trespassing signs are there.
Don't be. My signs say
They
don't say
think we
beware the
country
dog.
bumpkins until they fuck around and find out.
Listen, my signs don't say beware the dog. Mine say beware the
Beware the
owner.
owner. Okay. Beware of
And
the owner, honey.
it ain't even me that you gotta beware of. Actually, my folks around here, them the people that you gotta beware of. I be
Uh,
talking to my folks all the time. And I got people that come in there into the 378 quick stop. They be like, baby, I be so worried about you. And you be telling these people that you in McCormick and you at the 378 quick stop. Stop telling them that. I be like, why? I need them to come up here and buy some stuff from the 378. They be like,
right.
no, you don't. They be like, because I'd be so hurt if they come up here acting a fool and I gotta send them running down the street. I'm just saying that these people around here crazy. You say you going on our next vacay? Okay.
When
Our
y'all
next
doing it?
vacay, Tulsa. We not gonna tell nobody what
Oh,
we doing
damn,
there
damn,
right
damn.
now.
Right. Okay.
We that ain't how we roll, bruh. Jay and I don't roll like that. When we do our stuff, we have to, we don't do our stuff like that. People be hating it, but we have to do it the way we have to do it because we try to make it safe. Like I said, my main concern is making it safe for Jay, who is the talent,
Mm-hmm.
and then also for all of our participants. That's how I roll. I
Mm-hmm.
make things safe for our talent and for our participants.
Mm-hmm. Cause child, we don't child, the
Okay, you
people
all
they be
look,
trying
look.
to show up.
Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Hold on for a minute. Where you going?
Oh, he done made it back home, child.
You right. We keep it exclusive.
Yeah, no.
Hey Jay, I
I'm
got a
sorry, y'all.
question for you.
Somebody
When
wanted
the
to
sun just
go
up,
ahead.
when the sun just
Huh?
up, it looked like it looked like the sun was just up. Now the street lights on.
It gets
Good
dark. That's
luck.
why I have to walk her because it's getting darker now quicker. So, but I still want to make sure she gets her walk. Oh, but like I said,
Vivian, check the back chat.
nobody is sabotaging anything. I'm here walking my animal, my dog, and I hope you all have a good time at Nesation. And I just hope no one fights. I hope no one gets hurt or injured. That is my prayer. That's it. Now you can go and try to twist that around but that's what we've always been about. So, hey, Nubiology, what's going on?
Listen, y'all, even people that
Oh,
have
okay.
come
So
to
Goosey is going back. Okay, I never really dealt with Goosey on that level.
listen,
So
y'all,
yeah.
even people that have been on our uh been in our vicinity and they were out to do no good have come back and they will tell you, well, Jay did tell me nah, I shouldn't do that.
I always tell people don't do something crazy. It'll come back on you. So that's my
But
thing,
I
that's
took
y'all.
it
even
upon
with verbal threats. I mean, verbal threats are taken serious now. I mean,
Yeah,
YouTube, do
they
y'all know
should.
that YouTube is paying Donald Trump 24, I think 25, 24 million, $24.7 million
For
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 what?
some bullshit.
let
For
me say
some
this. Oh, I'm glad you
bullshit.
brought that up. Okay, I'm so glad you brought that up today. I
Be
was so
careful what you
embarrassed.
say about them on here. Okay, that's all. Hey,
I was so embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed about Hegseth. I was so embarrassed that he brought those people up there and to say what he said to those people who are very skilled in what they do. It was an embarrassment. It was just an embarrassment. And again, trying to blame Democrats about this shutdown and they're trying to say people Medicare and Medicaid. It's a shame. It's a shame. I just and those people just sat there and shook their heads. And then to even tell people you want to practice on US cities, it's just and a lot of people, and we're getting ready to lose a lot of people because of that. It's sad. It's sad. It is sad. So I wanted to say that. And I don't care who says what. It's sad. It's sad. And it's beneath the dignity of the office. And I mean, I say that. It's sad. Okay, go ahead.
okay, so I'm pulling up that story right now. It says exclusive YouTube to pay 24.5 million
The
to
shutdown is
settle
going, baby,
lawsuit.
the shutdown is getting ready to happen at 12.
Baby, oh yes, midnight. Oh my
Yes.
God. Thank you for bringing that up. So, midnight tonight, they have to vote, y'all. And this is why it's so important to vote. I know y'all have content creators that out here, oh, don't vote. You ain't got no voice. Listen here. Why do you think our ancestors and Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King and everybody was marching? Why do you think that the women's got their women's voting rights? Come on, voting is very important. Let me go ahead and get into this. YouTube to pay $24.5 million to settle lawsuit brought by Donald Trump. It says YouTube has agreed to pay $24.5 million to settle a 2021 lawsuit that President Trump brought against the company and its chief executive over suspension of Trump's account after that year's riot at the U.S. Capitol. According to court papers, the settlement makes YouTube, which is owned by Alphabet Google, the final big tech company to settle a trio of lawsuits Trump brought against social media platforms in the months after he left the White House. So be mindful what you're saying on here, y'all. I get freedom of speech, but shit, speech ain't free no more. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, but like I
Speech
said,
ain't never been free. I don't care what you say. I know we live in a supposed to be democracy or whatever, but it ain't never been free. Cause guess what? There's freedom of speech, then there's freedom of consequences.
mm.
And the
Well,
freedom to be born into a privilege. You don't forget that. Don't forget them motherfuckers.
oh Lord, let me get this area cleaned up. Boy, I tell you, this kitchen is looking rough here. Ooh, this kitchen looking rough. Mm.
That's why we say
And
it's more going on in real life than YouTube.
it is.
We
It is
gotta pay
more.
attention, people.
You got to pay attention for sure, you all. You got to pay attention.
Let It's
Did you see what
something.
you were saying about the race and we want to have our military back to the standards, men standards, and I'm like, are you serious? I mean, you all listening to that man today, I was just like, oh my God. And then gonna get up and say, if you don't like what you heard, then you can leave and lose your
But
rank.
Pastor, Let's address the elephant in the room. Why did people really vote for him? Because they thought that they thought that they were going to get all this money and these checks and shit. When have they got a check? Has anybody got a check on this panel?
Mm-mm.
Have we got a check?
You're
Because
not
girl,
gonna get one.
No,
that's
they
how he.
voted. No, they voted for him, and I'm going to tell you guys what I hear here. Listening to the Caucasian persuasion in my area, a lot of them are from up north, and a lot of them it basically was we about to put these certain people in their place, and whether it be blacks, poor whites, uh Hispanic, um that's what it was.
But Miss Vivian,
That
it's
that
even
that
deeper
is
than
now I'm gonna tell you that's what a lot of people I heard
right.
um I heard here saying that they were tired of those people taking their jobs. They were tired of those people. I'm like, taking your
But
job? You ain't got no damn job. You've been retired since 1990,
come
since
on,
the 5th of
come on.
February. So you retired. How is they taking your jobs? And then the other thing they talked about was they were tired of people getting over here and taking getting on all the welfare, and they had to go out and work for theirs. And this is a lot of boomers, y'all, that I'm talking about
I'm
that
with
were
it.
saying this.
Come
A
on.
lot of a lot of boomers that were saying this, that they were upset because uh they were tired of lazy people not doing what they were supposed to do and getting all these free handouts.
But did
Now,
they have a job, Vivian?
who the people that was complaining?
Yes.
No, they ain't had no job. Hell, they've been retired since
They've been
the 5th
retired,
of
but the sad
February.
part about it is
Ladies
now
and
that
gentlemen, but this goes back to people just talk to hear they damn self talk. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about Project 2025. And guess what? You put something in the book, a nigga ain't gonna read it.
well, the sad part about it is those people's
Some.
those people retirements are screwed right now. And a lot of people now have to go back to work because of inflation, because of high costs, and that retirement is not helping now. It's not where it was. And
That
so
retirement is not retiring.
Make
mhm.
America great again.
And racism and classism has really shown itself because a lot of these people on the border and the surface is race. I think it's race at the surface and at the high places as well. But I think classism is showing itself now because if you're not part of that 1%, then they don't care about you either. And this is why now you hear people talking about some Mr. Trump, and now these farmers are losing their farms
Pastor,
because
we're talking about classism. Go ahead and elaborate. Come on. We cooking now. Come
well,
on.
well, well, the classism is you're not in our group. You're not part of the 1%. We don't want our daughters to marry your poor white ass either. Because if you don't have anything to bring, then we don't want to be bothered with you either. If you're not part of that 1%. And so what the powers that be do is dangle these carrots and give these people crumbs, and they think they're special, and they look down on other folk, not realizing that you're in the mix as well, and you're not liked either.
And you're right, Jay, because I see it all the time. So now okay, so we have here in McCormick, we have the lakes, the folks that live up in the village, on the lake, and then you have those of us who live down here in the valley. Okay?
But let me ask you this,
And
Viv. Are you
in
around black
reference,
people?
say that
More
again.
black? Are you around more black people? Because you know South Carolina, you know what I'm saying? You know how
Okay,
they give it
so
up.
all right, so with me, I'm around me. I ain't got no neighbors. I am my neighbor. I'm out here on 7 acres.
Okay, okay.
Again, so find your way. That's what I be telling people. Find your way. I'm out here on 7 acres. But what I'm saying is, in reference to that, we got people that live in what we call the village, which is up on the hill, and those of us that live in the valley. Those that live down here in the valley don't live in the village. Them people that live up in the village, them people came from up north, Those people got money. Those people up there, you have more whites live there than you have blacks. But for the most part, those of us down here in the valley, if you don't live in the village, you can't go to their gym, you can't go to their swimming pool, you can't go to their golf. Well, you can go golf at the golf course, but I mean, you can't utilize their swimming pool or their gym. They have a private gym. Where do you live
That
at in the
shit
village?
sound like segregation.
So, in reference to that, the white folks that live, and now I go to the pool if I want to, and I go a bit to the gym because I know people that live in the village. But they also have their own little neighborhood link little thing where they all just sit, like they can like type messages to one another, like their own little private email section where they just put information out that we down here in the village, down here in the valley, we can't hear it. We don't know what's going on unless we know somebody up there.
Right, it's top secret.
But what I'm telling y'all is that we find out stuff by having somebody that, you always got to know somebody. I'm cool with a couple of them folks, but what I'm saying is classism. Those folks, they try to control all of the politics in this area. They try to control the school board. These people ain't even got no kids in school, but they all on the school board.
Clock it. Come on, Miss Vivian.
And
People
they
need to
taking
know.
and they making decisions for your children and grandchildren, for these people, grandchildren, great grandchildren, and children, and they ain't even got no kids here. They ain't never lived here, and they just making stuff happen that makes no sense for the folks that's living down in the valley.
And you know what? Let me just say this: since you are in South Carolina, there was a I don't know if they still have this law, but if you was to try to terminate your pregnancy, baby, you were going to be in big trouble with the law. You were going to be. Listen, when you talk about when women, you can't have control over your bodies. You can't have no say so over your bodies. That is a problem when the government is trying to not. I mean, it started way back when they separated the black family. Ain't no daddy up in that house. That's why we got these motherfuckers online that want to throw that ass in a circle. That because they ain't had no daddy in the house. They ain't had no structure. And let me tell you this: you have so much power. Listen here, if you know the history of this country, baby, we built it. We built this motherfucker. That's how we make something out of nothing. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? Go ahead,
again,
Mr.
so I'm gonna tell you something. I laugh, and I say this, but this is still true. There are people in this town, and they'll tell you, I could say what I want to say about my black person, but they don't say the black person. They say the heart ER. But you better not say nothing to them. You better not bother them. I see people in this area that still had that mentality. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I be speaking on generational misinformation. You know what I'm saying? It goes on in our community and it goes on in their fucking community because that shit is taught. Trust and believe. My fucking white kids up in here, they know about Black history. They know about the change. They know that we built this fucking country. And what I need y'all to do is be allies in this community. That's why they're on debate leagues, so they can argue and
Listen,
make a point for their black mother that has been through the struggle. Do you hear me? My child has got a fucking free
listen, I'm gonna tell
scholarship
you,
to college because it's
listen,
taught.
I'm gonna tell you one of the things that tore my nerves up. Jay
Yeah.
not here. Jay not here, but he'll be back. So one of the things that tore my nerves up, and y'all listen, it's gonna sound crazy. I taught at Strom Thurman High School. Anybody know who Strom Thurman is?
No, ma'am, but I will be looking him up. Please educate me, sister. I
Strom
don't know it
Thurmond.
all.
Strom Thurmond. He was a senator for years. He did a lot of weird racist policies. Anyway, herein lies the thing though. People didn't know that he had a black daughter
No.
till she was grown. Now herein lies the thing. And Jay.
Yeah, I'm back. What's up?
All right, I'm talking about. I was telling Tulsa I used to work in Edgefield, where and Strong. I actually taught at work at Strong Thurmond High School, and so they had this Black History program at the high school and at the middle school. The funny thing was, I had a little white boy that said, and like I said, Strong Thurmond had this black daughter, but nobody found out she was his daughter until when, Jay?
When he was almost dead.
He was almost dead. Now
He was
listen, but
older.
look,
And she went to
I'm
South
gonna
Carolina
tell
State.
exactly. And he paid for her. You're right. He paid for her mom to stay quiet for many years. But do y'all know why he paid for her mom to stay quiet for many years? He was old as hell, and that lady was about 16 or 17 when she got
Let
pregnant.
me give you the history. Listen here. The wife's name was Essie
Hold
Mae.
on.
Okay,
That
I'm sorry.
lady, no, what I'm saying is
I
the
got you,
lady
bro.
was 16 or 17 when he got her
She was
pregnant.
16.
Now, this is the thing. The boy was saying, this is what the white kid was saying. Yeah, that black bee, listen at what I'm about to tell y'all. This a boy in middle school. That black bee trapped him into having that baby. It probably wasn't even his.
He was 22 and she was 16. We got to
I
throw that
had
out there.
to exactly, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm about to. That's what I'm getting at. I had to explain to that little boy that it was that woman probably had no choice in the matter, because most black women at that time had no choice in the matter. It's either you do it or you die. Let's be honest about it.
But that's what they did to
I
us in
had to
slavery.
explain to him that
Mhm.
it was statutory rape.
Yep. But
It
see,
was
a lot of things
statutory
that flew
rape.
back then don't fly today. And so I think that's where the disconnect come from, because back in the day, they were pushing you off. I mean, for heaven's sakes, we were being sold even by our own people. We were being sold off
See,
as slaves.
but the thing is, that young lady, she worked in their house. Maybe she had a crush on him. Maybe we don't know exactly
But
how
how
things
many times
happen.
have the masters done their workers and made children with them? Then that's how
Okay,
you get the
but
light skin and then
that's
it
the
goes into
but
Willie
that's
Lynch. See, it goes
but
into
that's
Willie
the other
Lynch.
thing but that's what I was getting at though when I was trying to explain it to him. The little boy, I mean, but that was a little white guy, and they still got that mentality. Somebody had to tell him that.
It's taught.
I'm just telling y'all.
It's taught. Listen here, if y'all don't believe that shit is not being taught, it's taught. If y'all see some of these videos where they are showing their kids how to be armed and, how to, protect, we need to be doing the same damn thing. Instead of teaching
Y'all
little Ray
listen,
Ray.
wait a minute. When you talk about armed and protected,
Yeah.
I was in the store today. The man had his little boy there. Little boy say, "Daddy, when we get back to the farm, am I gonna get to shoot? Daddy, can I get to shoot?" That little boy was about between 5, 6, and 7. Daddy, can I get to shoot? Daddy, can I get to shoot the gun?
How
Can
did
I
he get
shoot?
that information? How does he know what that is? How does he know that when he gets back home, he wants to do this particular thing? Miss Vivian, go ahead.
Daddy said, "Well, I need you to make sure that you remind me. We're gonna go get the corn. They getting corn to feed the
The deer.
the deer. But I'm just saying, yeah, you telling them you gonna go and feed the deer, but the little boy is talking about, I need
He
to know
ready
how
to
to
pow pow. He want to let some steam off. How he
that
that
part.
age at 6 years old? He ready to let some steam off. And then it goes back to this shit is being taught, y'all.
So y'all, the revolution will not be televised.
Well, I think that with what's going on and what I heard today with these military leaders, they are saying that we are not, first of all, the Joint Chief of Staff was black and he was more than qualified. But Pete Hegseth, of all people, who is not a great soldier, has the nerve. And so I'm seeing this, and all I'm going to say is you just got to be careful, be alert, just know what's going on. And Black people do not fall in that trap of fighting with National Guard because that's what they want. That's what they want. That's what they want. So, yeah. Vivian
So
and
let me give
Topa,
you guys a
go ahead.
rundown on SC Mae Washington Williams. Um, she was an African American teacher and author. She was the eldest child of Storm Thurmond, governor of South Carolina and longtime United States senator, known for his pro-segregation politics and for completing the longest single-person Senate filibuster in opposition to the Civil Rights Act of 1957, until this record was broken in 2025 by Cory Booker of mixed race. She was born to Carrie Butler, a 16-year-old African American girl who worked as a domestic servant for Thurman's parents, and Thurman, then 22, and unmarried. SC May grew up in the family of one of her mother's sisters, not learning of her biological parents until 1938. So that's just a little history on who Ms. Vivian was telling you guys about, the guy that was pro-black. I mean, pro, just all of the things, and he had a black daughter.
Imani, yeah, there are a lot of new black militia. Guess what? But it's also a lot of young black people around here who they not part of the militia, but they doing what they gotta do to raise their kids because they don't want their kids out here uh stuck behind the 8 ball when everything jump off. If I make if I'm making any sense.
I'm just gonna say, when the shit hit the fan, I got a compound to go to. Hello.
Well, look, you all, I thank y'all for coming on. Y'all, I got to get ready for tomorrow. Thank you, Tulsa. Thank you, Viv. Y'all, I'm getting ready to close it up. Just know that I'm not trying to sabotage anybody's event. And no need to threaten because we're living in a day and age where that's unacceptable. So that's all I had to say. Any last words, Vivian Tulsa?
Yes. I'll actually be going live here shortly. I will be talking about Nest Devocation, Ropis, and how Vivian rescued Passive from Nest. I just feel like we all need a strong person. We all need someone that's going to have our best interests. Pass and Vivian have been a great team. And I think that some people, instead of you always judging, start taking notes. I mean, everything isn't a reading session. Everything isn't all about the drama and the bull mess. I feel like we had a great engagement over here. We got to educate and talk about real life situations. What y'all need to be worried about is midnight tonight and what's going to happen after midnight tonight. Your time zone. But yeah, thank you for having me. It was a great engagement.
Jay, I'm just gonna say, y'all folks, y'all better keep your head on a swivel.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep your head on a swivel because this
And you
stuff
better
going
be woke.
on.
There ain't nothing wrong with wokeness, baby.
Exactly, because this stuff going on around here all the time. You can't live with your head in the sand. You can't walk around scared, but you can't walk around with your head in the sand neither. So y'all wake up and y'all listen. Do what y'all have to do. You got to watch. You ain't got to talk all the time. You got to watch, sit back and watch and look and see make some observations about what's going on so that you'll know what your next move is. Because don't be like these folks playing checkers. You better be playing chess. Haitian, my darling, I love you. I love y'all. Jay, I don't like you. But anyway.
We ain't friends. We ain't friends.
We
Well,
ain't
look,
friends
y'all.
because ain't no friends on
Y'all,
YouTube.
that's
All right,
it.
Jay. We'll
Y'all have
holler,
a good
baby.
night. Peace and
All right.
love, y'all.